Hey folks, I just wanted to dedicate this video to Wes, a friend of mine, and he helped me out today greatly by sending me a little note saying, hey, I just watched all your videos. I think they're good, and please keep making them. So this one's dedicated to you, Wes. And I'd like to talk today about something that's kind of important to everybody these days, and that's the coronavirus or COVID-19, which is the illness you get from it. We're being told that they're not too sure what is the biggest risk factors. They'll say, oh, age is a risk factor, and don't worry if you're young because you'll be okay. And then, oh, wait a minute, we have young people dying from this as well. Okay, so if you're not healthy, then that's a problem. Oh, wait, here's this healthy young man or young woman who's died from it. Now, I have a tendency when seeing these people to disagree with that. I think these people are not that healthy. Some of them are slightly overweight, which makes me think that they're maybe have blood sugar issues, or maybe, I can't say for sure, but from what I've read, there are normally underlying issues for anybody who is younger. Older people, yes, they're at risk because traditionally, if we're eating a North American diet, the older we get, the more metabolically unhealthy we get. And that is a problem, a big problem, I think, with this coronavirus. And a lot of the experts I've been listening to or reading online, they're saying the same thing. They're saying the pre-existing conditions are insulin resistance, metabolic syndrome, which I did a video previously about metabolic syndrome. So if you haven't watched it and you want to go back, then there's some good information in that. Metabolic syndrome is what makes us unhealthy. It destroys our metabolism, it destroys our bodies, and messes us up bad. And there's 5 areas for that, and that is increased blood sugar, which leads to type 2 diabetes, increased blood pressure, increased blood triglycerides, a lower HDL, and what is the other one? Oh, your waist to height ratio. So being overweight or obese. So these are the conditions they're saying are something that are pre-existing in the people who are getting sick, the most sick from the coronavirus. So it's never too late to change. And I believe because they're saying this and because it's affecting the world so greatly, you got to remember, 60% of the Earth's population is overweight. A large number of North Americans have type 2 diabetes, or high blood pressure, or high triglycerides, or low HDL because they've told us to go on this low cholesterol diet. It's really the perfect scenario for this virus to attack. And I think maybe if we were a little more metabolically healthy, we would just call this another flu. And that's something to think about in the future, because they're saying this is going to happen again. This is going to be they're talking about this being the new normal. Maybe the new normal as far as our diet and our health is concerned should change. And then this may not be the new normal, is what I'm presenting in this video to you. It's easy to change your metabolic condition. It's just a matter of diet. You don't need to exercise. You don't need to change anything but what you eat. So if we want to kick this thing in the butt, we need to, I think, change the way we're looking at what we're eating. Metabolically, you can decrease your blood pressure, you can increase your HDL, you can decrease your glucose level, insulin resistance. You can change your metabolic health for the better just by changing your diet. And I did it first on a ketogenic diet for a year, and I've maintained that and improved that metabolic health over the last 2 years on a carnivore diet. Now, my carnivore diet isn't as strict as other people's. I do use cream and cheese and the occasional piece of cake at my grandchildren's birthday parties. But you know what? As long as we're metabolically healthy, we can have those little indiscretions, I believe. A lot of us can. Some people can't. They feel that if they start, it's a slippery slope, right? I was listening to a lady online today, Kelly Hogan. My Low Carb Life is the name of her website. She's very down to earth. She does a lot of interviews with people who are normal like us. She was 100 or 280 pounds, lost, a lot of that. She looks great. She looks healthy, and she just eats meat. And she says she's metabolically healthy, which is the most important thing. Her blood work, her labs are great. So let's take a look at changing the way we eat. I know that sounds pretty easy when it comes to fighting a virus, but the other thing they find is that we've been told to eat low cholesterol, drop your cholesterol, eat a low cholesterol, low fat diet. And the problem with that is cholesterol is an essential part of your immune system in building immunity, in what you need, the cells in the immune system. They need cholesterol to work. They need cholesterol even just to build them. You need cholesterol. So what they've done studies, and what they find is when they infect people with a virus or people get sick, their cholesterol level drops. And the sicker they get, the lower it drops. And when they recover, it goes back up to where it was. So this is telling you that cholesterol is used when you're fighting something, when your immune system is working overtime, your cholesterol kicks in. It uses cholesterol. So don't worry about cholesterol. It's when I went over those problems with health, like the things that cause you to have a heart attack or a stroke, things that make you metabolically unhealthy, you'll notice that high LDL cholesterol wasn't on there. They did, what was it called? Women's Health Initiative was a study of tens of thousands of women over a long period of time. And what they didn't report, because they were looking for cholesterol to be a problem in this study, their hypothesis was, the more cholesterol you have, the worse off you are. One of the findings that they didn't publish, or that I think they published it, but they published it in some obscure journal where no one would read it, was that the women who had the highest level of LDL cholesterol lived the longest. That's right, they lived the longest, not the shortest. But they were looking for cholesterol to be a problem, to be the bad guy. And cholesterol, I'll tell you right now, is not the bad guy. We need cholesterol. In fact, your brain, because cholesterol doesn't cross the blood-brain barrier, your brain makes cholesterol. Our body needs it. It's an integral part. It surrounds the outer membrane of all your cells are made out of cholesterol. So, to tell us we need a low cholesterol diet is kind of defeating the purpose of what our bodies do. So let's become metabolically healthy. I believe 100% that if more people were metabolically healthy today, we might even be just calling this another flu instead of a pandemic, instead of such a large problem. And you can change it all with your diet. So yeah, I'll try and link some videos below to kind of help you. Tons of doctors out there talking the same way I am. That's where I get my information. So, yeah, you guys have a great day and stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll talk to you later.